seven road to seven figures. I haven't been posting because I've kind of been busy, but yeah, it's just a slight update to my account and trading, um, which I'm gonna show you guys in a short one. Let me just go back to what last week's trading. Go to Notion, right? So um, I took a couple of trades last week. You guys know this gold trade I took. Let's start with this S&P 500, which was Friday, December 1st. I already went over these trades that I lost. Complete one, two, three, four, five trade that I lost. So that day, always breaking my rules, but still I'm in the game. So let's go over this trade I took with S&P 500. I was kind of looking for a reversal trade, but you know, this was the overall direction. Um, Price hit the which is the daily supply level, right? So price hit the daily supply level. I was looking for like the rejection, which we had. If you guys notice, we have this rejection candle right there, the hammer. We had it, so that's a candle um, pattern showing that price wants to reverse. The sellers are in the market. So that was one of my confluences I used to on the daily time frame to actually look for a sell to this demand level right here. So that didn't happen. So went down. Okay, on the lower time frame, which was the 1 hour. I spotted this. See this uptrend on the 1 hour time frame, and if you notice, the trend broke, right? And also when trend broke, we had this in bearish engulfing candle right here. So I thought it's much, I'll use that as my entry. That's another confirmation on the on lower time frame to take the sell, which it did. Price hit my entry. you know Everything was going smooth until I don't know what happened with like some kind of news came out and kicked me off the trade. See, price was already heading to 1:1. I was looking at this trade like a hawk, man. I was like waiting for price to enter like 1:1, then I can actually break even or take partials or something. But sometimes I always say in one of my quotes, like, my village people are after me, but it's not village people. It's just like the market. I didn't plan it well, but sometimes we're gonna have losing trade and winning trade. So I'm gonna stick with that paradigm. My village people are after me. Whenever I have a losing trade, my village people are after me. So yeah, that was that. So this trade, when price was coming down here, I was like, okay, well, this trade is gonna go, to the moon. So I forgot about it, became careless, and took me out. But that's the strategy. Sometimes this strategy is if I get a 3 out of 10 or 2 out of 10 or even 1 out of 10 trades, winning trade, I'm in profit. So that's the downfall of using an SMC trading strategy, right? Because you have this 1:6, 1:5 minimum risk reward ratio, which can actually cover all your losses, right? So that's the strategy I'm using. I'm using a Wyckoff, but I'm using a higher time frame demand and supply and a lower time frame Wyckoff schematic or SMT pattern, right? So that was that. I lost this trade, which resulted in a negative $50 trade because I'm risking 0.50%, right? I have a trading risk management which allows me. I'm gonna go over on the Google. I'm gonna show you guys, right? So that was that for S&P 500, and for gold, um, same thing. The illustration here. We had a buy side. This was a liquidity trade. We had a 4 hour buy side liquidity that got taken out immediately after the buy side liquidity. This is a 15 minutes. We had the change of character right here, where it's marked with yellow. You guys can see it. So I've been seeing this price being creating inducement, right? We had this 15 minute zone tab, right? Those who entered right here made some profit. So we had this other block right here that was left standing, which took out in a 15 minutes liquidity. See how price grabbed that liquidity right there, and started forming a break of structure or a change of character on the 15-minute time frame. So I said, okay, you know what? Let me target this 15 minutes up here. So I did. Price went all the way up there. Show sign of downward move. But this trade, I actually took a 2.5. I took a 50% off on the when price went to 2.5 reach reward ratio, right? I took 50% off, which I'm gonna show you guys in a minute. So I took 2.5 in this trade, and also price was showing kind of momentum and push to the downside. But one thing led to another. You know, price totally reversed. That's what I was talking about. Price sometimes just reversed. So it was good thing I took partials, and I think I went to break even. See right there, break even, which led me break even it, which led me securing I think total of $63. Right, kind of small, but half is better than nothing. So I'm gonna go over that trade. Let me just go over. Let me show you guys on the trade on the MT4, MT5 rather. So if I go under my history, that was the trade. This was the first trade I was talking about. The um, where's the S&P 500? Okay, that's the S&P 500 that I lost $50.23, right? And this was the gold trade, which total I made $63 because I took a partials. And I'm gonna go over the other one again on Notion. Give me a sec. And this is gonna be for GBP USD. And luckily, guys, this GBP USD, I'm still in profit, right? I entered this trade. Let me see. This trade got activated on the New York session, and I took two partials, which I'm up $126, right? So this was a market sentiment which I included on my Notion template. So GBP USD was looking bullish, looking on the daily time. On the daily, it was looking bearish, right? So intraday was bullish, daily bearish. So I'm like I used to say on my previous videos, I use the daily as my higher time frame structure, and targets supply and demand. So since the daily was bearish, I targeted the supply on the daily time frame, which I'm going to show you guys, right? This is the weekly. I don't use the weekly zones. I just use them as confluence compared to the daily time frame, right? So this was the weekly, which we actually weekly time sell supply zone, right? And down to the daily also, we had the daily supply zone that just got mitigated. You see how the evening star formed, the evening star candle pattern formed, right? Went up, we have a doji, and we have a bearish candle that followed after. So that's a kind of like reversal. I don't know if they call it the evening star or the morning star, but that's the pattern right there. But that coincides with the doji in the middle, right? So that's a strong confirmation for me as a reversal. So I illustrated this on the daily, meaning price is going to come down to this level or actually take out this daily swing low right there. So that was my initial swing level for the daily time frame. So coincidentally, whenever I have a daily zone that is tapped, I go down to the 1 hour to look for my entry. So that was that, and also as an extra confluence or an extra um, 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 confirmation, I had the strategy I was talking about, my a zone within a zone, right? I had a 4 hour zone inside the weekly zone, right, which got tapped respectfully, right? See how price tapped that zone right there. I didn't take the trade based off the 4 hour, but I just used it as a confluence, right? So immediately I saw that on my 15-minute entry, because we had the 4 hour zone within a weekly zone, right? So on the 1 hour, we didn't have a clear order block to enter. I'm gonna show you guys on those on the trading view. But on the 15 minutes, we saw this sweet bearish engulfing candle that formed, right? So I actually went down to the 15 minutes to take this trade because it shows more clear entry criteria, um, other than the 1 hour, right? So on the 15 minute, I saw this, right? I missed this first one, but price always comes up to clear imbalance, so it can either take you out or continue the direction, right? So with this trade, I was actually safe. I took my stop loss and put it all the way above on the 4 hour swing level, right? Even I mean, price didn't even go to that level, but just to be safe, because I was tired being taken out, tired being my stop loss being hit. So I took that extra safety zone and I took my stop loss all the way up there, and now price activated, right? So I'm still in this trade, but as you guys see right here, I actually documented every step. That was my entry all the way up there. Price hit my TP1. I secured 50% at 2.5 RR, right? I actually took another trade up here, but price never went up there. So that was me taking my TP1. Also, later that day, I think I don't know if it was Friday. I'm gonna put my daily right here. But price hit my TP2, which was at 5.5 out. Another, I took out 25% of the initial trade, which actually secured me $126, right? So that was that. And also, this trade is still running, guys. This trade is still running. Actually, like, this is the point in time you like, oh man, I should have left. I shouldn't have taken any, partials. But this is the game. Sometimes you took partials, you could have actually made more on the table, but you gotta be safe. You gotta take the, you know, take a piece of the pie. Sometimes you be greedy, you lose everything. So take half, walk away. You say you want to take everything, you're gonna lose everything, right? There's a way to say you can't run after two rats at the same time. You gotta choose one because you're gonna miss them all. So that was that. The trade is still running. I'm gonna show you guys. And I think this was recently. This was last week, right? And this was recently. This NAS 100 trade, same thing, same thing. I looked at the sentiment on the intraday. We were 58% bullish, and on the daily, we were like 44% bearish. So since I looked at the daily, I was like misplaced. So instead of taking the long, right, because the daily says 58% long, right, I decided to look at the even the intraday was 58% long. So I was actually totally uh wrong direction wise when I was taking this trade. I was just looking at something else that actually didn't make sense. So the intraday was showing bullish, the daily was showing bullish. So this was the daily. See how bullish the daily was. Price just did a break of structure right there. I was looking at something else different. You see, even now, if I was gonna take a trade, right, the daily zone was all the way up there. I didn't look at it. I was just looking at something else, right? So this was me taking a trade, just trying to force a trade to make trying to make a trade make sense when there was no sense, right? So this is the weekly. Also, the weekly zone, nothing got tapped. The daily, nothing. Weekly, nothing. And I'm a supply and demand trader, right? So I was just trading based off of this imbalance that got filled. See, I put the weekly BS buy side liquidity right there. So that's another trade, but there was no liquidity right there. It's just an imbalance that got filled. Right? There's always two outcome when an imbalance is getting filled. Right? When an imbalance is getting filled, price is either gonna one continue going the direction it's going, or it's gonna reverse. Right? I didn't think about that. So there was no bias in this imbalance in getting filled, because you see from when price reversed from this, it's been bullish, right? So, and if you also notice, you see how price reversed from this weekly level, it reversed. I thought that was going to be the same scenario, but nothing. So that was for the weekly, and we'll go down to the daily, right? There was a monthly zone right here. This red zone right here is a monthly zone, right? So even if I was going to trade off of the monthly zone, there was no particular daily order block or daily formation that I could actually enter this trade off of, because the monthly goes with the daily, right? The weekly goes with the 4 hour, the daily goes with the 1 hour. If you want to go down to an intraday, you're going to go with the 4 hour and the 15 minute. Those are the time frame that corresponds to each order, right? When you're doing a swing trade and you're looking for a lower time frame confirmation. So there was no bias, that in this monthly zone there's a daily whatever. Even if I was looking for a daily, it was going to be down here, but there was no structure to actually take a daily swing trade, right? So price, later had a big daily breakup structure, then forming something like this. I think I was actually looking at this um, uh, in an internal low right here that got taken out. You know, that was maybe why I was like trying to force a trade out of nothing. So on the 1 hour, right? I think this was what actually moved me, because when you see structures like this, you kind of look at Wyckoff, you know. So I looked at saw this structure right here, see internal breakup structure, internal change of character, and when we look at the top, we had this bearish engulfing candle right here that left an imbalance. So that was what actually moved me. And we see this inducement. Sometimes they'll do this to just induce people. So when you take a trade, they take you out, right? So we saw this, you know, I actually rushed to take this trade. I mean, for some moment, the trade was going well, but you know, I don't know. Sometimes some kind of news, or you know, comes out that actually wipes people out. But you know, it is what it is. So I took this trade, and later see price was in kind of like in profit for some reason for some while, and all of a sudden we see this reversal. You know, there was no breakup structure, but that's it for that. So I end up losing this trade. You know, it is what it is. Move on to the next one. No hard feelings. You know, I don't need to cry about it. I don't need to weep about it. You know, you just learn your lesson and move on to the next one, right? So that was that for that one. So if I go on to my Google Sheets, I'm gonna show you guys right now. I'm actually down 6.8%. Right, I'm down 6.8%. These are all the charts I actually went over. So you guys already saw this on the Notion tablet. So those are just the two trades. The gold I won 63%, which was nothing, because this trade actually offset this win right here. And also I'm in this GBP USD USA active. I made 162, and I'm still in profit. I'm gonna show you guys in a while, in a short term. So uh, let me see. Let me just these are the states. This is the curve right there. You know, like I said, this is winning trade. I actually took this GBP USD trade, which is one of my peer that actually worked with my strategy, right? And I'm still in profit with it. So you know, this is just to break down what works for me and what doesn't. So whenever I take a sell, you know, I'm like gonna like go off the moon or something. But this GBP USD trade, I actually took a sell. So this is just a diagram. I went over this with my other video. So I'm gonna go over the profile right now. So just ignore these guys. Let me see. Ignore. Right. Ignore. Right. So I'm actually with this. Right. Nothing. All right, this is funny payment. I have a $10,000 account. I'm actually running right now, so I'm down 6.8%. I'm down to 9,320. It sees where it says in progress. All right, so that's that. So I'm still struggling with this account, but it's what the while, because I'm actually, you know, I'm not gonna be demo trading, you know, get a winning strategy and come to an trading account and blow it off. So I'm gonna like be in the game whilst I'm figuring my strategy, right? So this trade I've been on this trade since August. Can you imagine, guys? August, September, October, November, right? And we're now in December. Can you imagine? That's like 5 months I've been in phase one, struggling. Good thing they removed the restriction, because I would have blown this account a long time ago. I would like actually had like 5 accounts. You know, it's still maybe, you know, January coming. I will have some winning good news. You know, but that's it for that. So let's go down to the trade, guys, and go over what trades I've been taking, and let's go over this GBP USD trade. Right, I went over this just now. See where this daily supply right here, and prices all the way down. They'll go down to the 4 hour. See the 4 hour level right there with the weekly internal. So see how price went all the way up there. So this was the 1 hour I was telling you guys about. See, if I entered on the 1 hour, I don't trade the support and resistance, because the 1 hour fall right on the resistance level, right? But I want to see a clear engulfing candle, or you know, some kind of candle formation that actually leads me to take a trade. Well, if you, after price tap the 15 minute zone, it created a bearish engulfing candle and just started going downward hill, right? So I would have, if I was gonna enter right here, I would be still be waiting. But see how price is, forming this new structure right here. Is this also engulfing candle? You know, anything can happen. But I have my break even right here. Trading stop loss rather. I have it right here. So if price definitely breaches this level, it's gonna take me out. I'm gonna show you on the MT4, GBP right there. So price looks like it wants to hit my break even, but no worries. Uh, I'm gonna secure $22 added to whatever I've made, so it's okay. Mean that happens, meaning price never was intended to go that way. So that was for that. And I've also taken some trades that are actually pending. If you guys see these reds, right? So this trade, let me see. I'll just let me put that as a 1 hour liquidity, right? So I'm basing. You see this level right here? Just put, see where it says 1 hour SMT zone, smart money trap. So if we look below the zone, we have a daily level, right? So sometimes they'll do this to come, reverse, do like a inducement for people to, you see how everything worked out. We have a engulfing bearish engulfing candle, so people will be like, oh damn, people will have their stop their buy limits right here. What happens? Gonna smash, continue going down, taking them out. So I was looking for a sell instead. See how price almost came to this level, but they didn't activate. So I was hoping for price to activate, then take me down. That's one trade for the USDCHF. The other trade was EURUSD, same thing, but different scenario. We have a daily sell side liquidity that got taken out. They will have the bearish engulfing candle that actually take this internal change from the internal change of character. Then I was hoping for price to come down to this level, fill my buy limit, then continue to the overall daily supply level, right? So I was gonna buy here to target the daily supply level, because on the daily time frame we're kind of like in a downward hill, right? We have a daily supply level that is up here that got formed. See how price just formed a downward spiral. We're gonna actually feel this imbalance on the way coming up. So I was gonna like buy right here and ride the momentum all the way up, but that didn't happen. And also for that was EURCHF, by the way, and this for EURUSD. So on this one, we're in, if you can clearly see that we're in a daily downward spiral, right? So what happened, right? We had this um sell zone right here on the daily time frame that price from the day buy side liquidity and tapped into, immediately tapping into a reverse forming change of character, right, on the daily time frame, clear. Then I have a 1 hour sell, you know that worked my strategy. So I had this zone right here that fall what's in my kill zone. That's exactly with my kill zone. So I had this area right here marked out for a sell, you know wherein price is actually approaching that level. So if price eventually activate this sell level, I'm gonna close this um, GBP, the buy limit, right? So that's for that one. Yeah, I think that's for that. So um, everything might work out or might not, but we're gonna give you guys another update to see what's gonna work or what not. So for now, you guys don't forget to subscribe and like. And actually, I'm gonna be actually posting my Discord, my Discord community link in the video somewhere up below. You guys can find it. My Telegram, what else? And also I have a Microsoft Team community which I'm gonna post the invite also, so you guys can join. I'm gonna be sharing some resources, and what about my experience or whatever. It's not a trading. It's not a trading academy or something that I'm gonna ask you guys to pay for. I'm still learning. Maybe in the future I'll open like an academy or something, but it's gonna be free. I'm not gonna charge you guys nothing, because this knowledge is free, it's priceless, and also what might work for me might not work for you. So yeah. So guys, don't forget to subscribe and like. Thank you very much. See you on the next video.